Okay, what is going on, everybody? Hello. What is up? How's everybody doing? It's time. It is time for streaming. It's also the weekend for those who are not aware. I don't know how you could not be aware. Unless you have one of those weird jobs like me where every day is pretty much, you know, the same kind of business as usual, so the weekend isn't really different for you. I am Phil. I am. Welcome to today's first of 2 gameplay streams, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Today is Saturday, November 4th, 2017. It's pretty cold here in Washington. Temperatures in the past 2 days have dipped dramatically. It was actually so cold here yesterday that we were getting snow flurries, although it wasn't sticking. It wasn't that cold. But yeah, temperatures have dipped by about, I'd say probably 10 to 15 degrees in the past couple of days. We're now in the 40s Fahrenheit. So inside my house, I'd say probably right now it's about 60 degrees or so. So it's pretty cold. I'm bundling up. I got long sleeve shirt, sweatpants, socks, you know. It's funny because just not even a month and a half ago, it was so hot that, you know, I was in shorts, you know, t-shirt. Just a few weeks ago, I was constantly wearing just t-shirts. So we've had a pretty swift climate change here in the state of Washington in the past, month, I would say. It was a really quick change from the heat of the summer into these really autumn-type temperatures. So, yes, ladies and gents. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, as I said. Today will be a full day of Call of Duty World War II streaming for you. Alright. The way it's going to work is this first stream, which will be around 3.5 hours of gameplay, is going to be the continuation of the campaign, which I began on my premiere stream Thursday night. For about 2 hours I played it. I didn't mean to. I wanted to play multiplayer, but the multiplayer was not working. And even through the first half of yesterday, the multiplayer was not fully working. It sucks. It's a shitty situation, but, you know, sadly, in all of their... I said this last night as a joke. In all of their wisdom, Sledgehammer Games, the developer of Call of Duty World War II, decided they were going to make the online multiplayer of Call of Duty have a social lobby just like Destiny 2. It's literally the same as Destiny 2. It shows that basically they have no creativity, and what they wanted to do was blatantly copy the idea from Destiny 2 so that they could basically say, oh, we have it too, you know. They wanted to be like, oh, Destiny 2 is so big right now. Let's copy one of the really popular things from that game and put it into ours so we can say that our big multiplayer game has a social experience too. It's really stupid. It really didn't need to be in the game at all. It's a complete waste of time, but because they put it in there, it basically made it so that the servers didn't even work on launch night and barely worked for the first half of yesterday. You couldn't even use, as you're playing the game, you're leveling up, right? You're constantly leveling up your character, unlocking stuff. You couldn't even use your unlock tokens to unlock weapons or anything. It just wouldn't even let you go to that menu because it was so glitched out. So many, so much stuff screwed up. Excuse me. So, now it's working, and I played it, all day yesterday I played multiplayer, and after, a good solid 5.5 hours of multiplayer, really the verdict that I've come to so far, is that the game is good, it's fun, it's definitely a good throwback to the classic Call of Duty style gameplay you could expect from the previous, games of the more classic, run and gun first-person shooter gameplay. It doesn't have all the bullshit like the double jumps, the wall running, summoning drones, and all kinds of stupid shit like that. But at the same time, I did have some pretty big criticisms of the game. First of all, the connections aren't amazingly good. I didn't notice some lag and noticeably some unequalness when it comes to what people are seeing on their sides of the game, meaning on my side of the game, I'll see a guy run around a corner, so I draw my weapon, I fire 3 times, the game says I hit him 3 times, then I'm instantly dead. But then I watch his kill cam, and on his kill cam, he runs around the corner, sees me, draws, and fires before I even hit him once with a bullet. Obviously, that's a problem, right? That's not good. And in 2017, the fact that we still have Call of Duty games with the same issues that we had in 2007 is a big issue. Like, what the hell? They couldn't fix that? They can't improve the online multiplayer experience? It's pretty ridiculous. But it is what it is, I guess. You know, every year we play these games anyway. Every year we kind of just accept that these Call of Duty developers are not going to really improve much. And you're going to have the same kind of experience, and it's pretty much par for the course. So, I mean, that's just one of my criticisms. Some of the other criticisms, one of the war maps just seems really one-sided. It's the Normandy map. It just seems that those who are on the turrets have a much greater chance of winning than those who aren't on the turrets. It just seems like if you're on a turret, you're pretty much guaranteed to win unless you blow it, like, really badly early on. And then after a while, the NPCs who are coming up the beach on that stage stop spawning, and therefore it makes it way harder to even, like, win. It just doesn't seem like a fair map to me. And I've seen a few instances of stuff like that in the game. But for the most part, it seems like a solid, fun experience. Is it like, wow, the best Call of Duty ever? No. But is it the worst Call of Duty ever? Absolutely not. It definitely seems to be better than the past few years, at least, in my opinion. So there you go, folks. So that was after playing for a whole day of multiplayer yesterday. That's kind of my feeling about it. All right. So today I'm coming back to the campaign, and I don't know how far in the campaign I'm going to get. Typically, Call of Duty campaigns are around 5 hours long, but someone yesterday told me this one is 7 hours long, which honestly would be way longer than usual for Call of Duty, so I don't know if they actually did that or not, or that's just someone talking out of their butt. I have no idea. So, if this is a game where, you know, the campaign is 5 hours long, then I'm going to beat it today on stream, right? We're going to beat it in this session, because this is going to be about 3.5 hours of gameplay. If not, then it looks like maybe, you know, the next major session. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see, play it by ear and see how it goes. What I'll do is, if it is really 7 hours long, maybe I'll do it as like a later stream this week. Later this week as like a 2-hour thing just to wrap it up. Okay? So, yes, that is the deal for today's first stream. Tonight, I'll be playing more multiplayer. What multiplayer? I'm not sure. Will it be war? Will it be team deathmatch? Will it be... I don't know yet. I'll play it by ear. See what I feel like playing later tonight. And then tomorrow is supposed to be... Well, is going to be zombies. Alright. Tomorrow will be zombies. And what I'm going to do is team up with the Arid Lord. I have to 100% confirm this. As of yesterday, he said he was down, but I want to confirm today as well. And it looks like Kekken said he wanted to join us. So if he's available. And also, a longtime viewer and someone who's joined me for first-person shooter gameplay over the past couple of years, El Trumpo, will also be joining for this party. And then as an alternate, just in case anything goes wrong and someone can't join, we've got Zavon, who also was interested in playing. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But it looks like I should have a full party for zombies tomorrow. Okay. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what it's going to be. It is Nazi zombies. But I don't know, you know, what the mode is or anything. I haven't messed with it at all. So I don't know, you know, do they have a bunch of Easter eggs like Treyarch usually does? Or is it just going to be straightforward Nazi zombies? You know, what's it going to be? I have no idea, but it should be fun to mess around with it for a few hours tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow's gameplay stream, all right? And then, that's going to conclude my kind of final ongoing day of coverage of Call of Duty World War II. 3 straight days, I figure, is quite enough for Call of Duty. And not to say that I won't be playing it more. Like I said, if I don't finish the campaign today, I'll probably be playing it again, you know, sometime this week to wrap it up. And yes, I am planning on playing probably more of the multiplayer. What I may do is this week focus in on the other games that I've been playing, like Assassin's Creed Origins and trying to finish up Wolfenstein 2 and doing more Mario. But then what I'll do maybe at the end of the week is, you know, squeeze in a multiplayer stream or two of the game for variety's sake for this week. Okay? So that's kind of the agenda for today and for the rest of the week, just so everyone's, you know, aware of what's going on. I want to keep you all in the know, so you're not wondering what the heck is going on every day here. Stupid frog in my throat. Trying to clear it out, and it's not working. I think I just got it, actually. Okay. So there you go, folks. That's what you can expect. Now, I got a few things to discuss here today on the pre-stream. The first, folks, you may not be aware of this. This is very important. In the United States of America, later tonight, it's actually at 2 a.m. on Sunday, the 5th. So that would be, if we're calculating as of right now, 13 hours from now, our daylight savings time ends. All right? It's hilarious because a lot of people are still debating why we still do it. And a lot of people are like, I don't even know. It doesn't serve any purpose anymore. Like, you know, years and years ago, daylight savings time, or it's actually daylight saving time, by the way, not savings. Daylight saving time had a purpose, and it doesn't anymore. Like, it really doesn't serve anything for anybody at all. And it seems like it's just a waste of time. Like, it's so stupid because, you know, every certain amount of months we have to remember to change our clocks, and it throws everybody off because all business changes. All the times of all the businesses around here change. The banks, you know, everything in America, in the United States, changes by this hour. So, honestly, you know, I have to change my time too, because if I don't, then I won't even be aligned with all the businesses and everything around here. So my streams will change by 1 hour starting tomorrow. And well, what does that mean? It's fall back, meaning we gain an hour. So it's so stupid. At 2 a.m., our clocks will roll back to 1 a.m. I know that sounds really stupid, because it is, but that's what it is. We gain an hour. So that means tomorrow, yes, I'll be streaming at the same times, but not really. It'll actually be an actual hour later in the day that I will be streaming. So, yeah, it'll be... So, FYI, just so you guys are aware, tomorrow I will be here for the stream. You know, it'll be, you know, business as usual for zombies, but keep in mind that it's daylight saving time, and therefore it will be an hour later than usual. Okay. Apparently in the European Union, over in Europe, it already happened. You guys already did it. That's what I mean too, why it's so stupid. It's so confusing because different places in the world do it at different times. And so it's like, what time is it? You know, for someone across the world, what time is it? I don't know. The times are all screwed up. Time's all screwed up everywhere, man. A lot of countries are getting rid of it because they're like, what is the point of this stupid thing? It doesn't matter anymore. It's so pointless. So, I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes with this, but hopefully people will be here on time tomorrow. That's the other thing I got to make sure with the people who I'm co-oping with tomorrow, that they're aware of the daylight saving time change, so that I don't go to do zombies tomorrow and there's nobody around. So hopefully everything works out, okay? Alright, so, yes, tomorrow, even though right now, you know, it would be 1:30 p.m. Pacific time when I'm going to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll be 12:30 p.m. Pacific time when the stream starts. Figure that one out. But just throwing that out there. Hope everyone pays attention. I'll tweet about it tonight as well. Hopefully people will pay attention to my Twitter. And, you know, that way people will be aware of the change, all right? Okay. Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm only doing one gameplay stream. It's the zombie stream, like I mentioned. Reason being, tomorrow I got a lot to do. It's the first Sunday of the month, which means I have to, number one, do the weekend preview. And it's always a pretty important weekend preview at the beginning of the month because I kind of explain how I'm going to cover the rest of the month. And it's a big one, you know, this month because with all the new games coming out. But at the same time, I'm already inundated with, 3 to 4 new games. So I'm not going to be jumping on every single new game on launch day. So I'll be explaining all that in the weekend preview. But in addition, tomorrow night, number one, I've got to do a bunch of patron stuff. Everyone who pledged to my Patreon in October is obviously owed perks. And so tomorrow night is the night when I work on that. I look through all the listings and I send out all the messages to the patrons to let them know what I need from them, to get them their perks for the month. In addition to that, tomorrow night I'll be doing some other offline work. For example, if you've been here the past 2 days, you may have noticed that I was playing some music on pre-stream, and some of you may know what that music was, and some of you may not. Okay. Well, the way it works is that those were remixes of stuff from years and years and years ago. Back in the day, in 2010, before I ever made a penny making YouTube videos, I was very popular. I was one of the biggest gamers on YouTube at one time. And everything I did was white hot popular. I called it the wave of positivity back then. And, there were people who would take my playthroughs and my commentary of my playthroughs, and they would do these musical remixes of them. Okay, and it was pretty interesting. It was pretty fun. And, it was a wide variety. There was one guy called Ghost Drone who would do this one style of remix, and then there was another guy called S Beast Music who did more rock and roll style remixes. And there were a few other people too, Cashville 2012, and a few other people who did these remixes. And it used to be pretty cool because this was before YouTube completely destroyed channel pages by making them look like white textbook pages that are complete garbage, and now no one uses channel pages anymore at all for anything. But back then, channel pages used to look like social network pages. They kind of looked like a MySpace or a Facebook page. And what you could do, you could highlight other people's videos, all right, on your channel page. And because back then the channel pages were very popular, people would get noticed based off of what, you highlighting people on your channel pages. So I would highlight these remixes, and they would get thousands of views every day just based off of people coming. My YouTube channel page, Darkside Phil, used to regularly be in the top 50 viewed on a daily basis. Some days it would be in the top 10, okay? I was one of the top 10 most popular channels on YouTube at one point. It wasn't consistently in the top 10, but I was for big new releases when I would cover them, my channel would be in the top 10, which is pretty crazy, I know. But that was the truth of the matter. It really was. And people would get these big attention spikes from me highlighting their videos on my channel page. And it was cool. I loved it. I loved the remixes and everything. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because on pre-stream the past couple of days, I've been playing some of these really old school remixes. Just as like a throwback, kind of a thing. To say, oh, look, remember this? And when I played them, people were like, wow, that's really good. Some people had never heard it before, and they thought it was really cool. And other people had heard it and recognized it immediately from 7+ years ago. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a playlist of all of these remixes that still exist. Now, who knows how many? I'm sure some of them don't even exist anymore with the current YouTube, the climate and the shit that they do, the way they do stuff. But I'm going to see, I know a lot of Ghost Drones are still there. And I'm going to try to make a playlist of this. And what I'll do is on pre-streams, I'll play some of this for you. Now, it's not going to be every day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to variate. For example, today I didn't do it. Today I just did the normal PS4 dashboard theme. Because I don't want it to oversaturate. That's what happens is if you do something every single day, it becomes more boring and more commonplace. It doesn't become special. What I want to do is maybe every other day or every couple days, do it. So that there's something different on the pre-streams for you guys. So you're not just sitting around bored. Alright? So yeah, pretty good. That'll be something interesting I'm going to set up tomorrow. In addition, I have an update in regards to my Teespring store that I think many of you are going to like. Okay? Let's be honest, the Teespring store has been pretty stagnant since the summer. It was actually late summer. It was actually, I believe, middle to late August. I'm not actually, I take it back. I think it was actually July now. So I think that's how staggered I am here. I think it was actually July when I last updated my Teespring store with new merchandise. And, that's mostly because, it's all fan submitted. I'm not going to harass my viewers for artwork to put on shirts and stuff. I already have a wide variety of product there that's available. But a viewer of mine who's been working on this stuff for a while contacted me and said he finally had some pretty good ideas for designs for shirts. And he sent me some prototype ideas, and I gave him some feedback, and he tweaked them. And it looks like we're going to have at least 2 new designs, if not more, because he just sent me more today that I didn't even have a chance to look at. But it looks like there'll be at least 2 new designs on my Teespring shop tomorrow night. And one of them in particular I really like. But I'm debating if I should order it or not, because right now, number one, my funds are really tight. I mean, being real with you guys, things are incredibly tight right now financially. And number two, it's not t-shirt weather. You know what I mean? If I wore a t-shirt in the office right now, I'd probably be freezing. So, but it is, a really cool design. And I was like, maybe I could order a sweatshirt, because I could get a sweatshirt too with this design on it, maybe. We'll see. So, I'll let you guys know when that stuff is going, but that's going to be tomorrow night. All this stuff I'm doing tomorrow night, the weekend preview, patron stuff, setting up the remixes, working on Teespring. I'm going to try to get all this done tomorrow night in one sitting. So, I'm making the best use of my time away from streaming since I'm only doing one stream tomorrow, okay? So be on the lookout. I will let you guys know once the new merch is live, okay? What I'm going to be doing is making some new title cards for pre-streams here, for the new Teespring merch, as well as for my new Patreon goal, which launched, as soon as this month started. So let's talk about that. Okay, my new Patreon goal, if you're not aware, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of November, if you pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, you are contributing towards a celebratory goal that will be held right before Christmas. What is the goal? What is the event that's going to happen? Well, if we hit the funding level for this month, it's going to be a holiday gaming marathon. What I'm going to be doing is playing a marathon of gaming for roughly 7+ hours. All right. The games will be nominated and voted on by patrons. Those who pledge $5 or more this month will be nominating and voting on games. And I'm actually urging those who are going to participate in this event to nominate bad games. I think this event would be funnier and more entertaining if people nominated bad holiday games for me to play during this time period, okay, during this marathon. And trust me, there's plenty of pretty shitty holiday-themed games out there for me to play. There's been hundreds, if not thousands of them over the years. We're talking crappy ones on PC, retro ones on retro consoles that I could easily emulate. There's a lot of stuff, okay? So, yes, I am excited for this event. I hope that this event happens. If it does happen, I'm going to be doing a few things differently from my normal marathons. First of all, I'm going to be dressing up. I'll wear a nice holiday Santa hat. And I'm thinking about getting like a really bad, like cheesy Christmas sweater. You know, you get those really bad Christmas sweaters. I'm thinking about getting one of those for the event. Okay. And also, I will probably be drinking during the event. And a lot of people have been saying, when's Drunk Side Phil ever going to return? I wish that Phil would do a patron goal where he'd do a stream where he drinks the whole time like he used to do. Well, first of all, I didn't used to do that all the time. It was a rarity. There's very few playthroughs that I've ever done where I'm drinking constantly, all right? In fact, if you're not aware, it was really just my Fallout 3 playthrough, which was one of the first lengthy playthroughs I ever did, by the way, where I was drinking. Number two, the Fallout 3 DLCs. When they released, I usually would drink at night and then kind of play them through the night because they released around midnight. So I would just play them from like midnight to 5, 6 in the morning while drinking. And obviously that wasn't very good for me. But, yeah, people have been wanting to see, gee, when will Phil ever do this kind of thing again? So I've decided it'll be the Christmas event. What I'm going to do is probably have some eggnog, some spiked eggnog to start. And, I'll be spacing it out. I'm not going to get completely sloshed and be slurring my words and pass out during the event or anything. But I think it would be better for me to, if I'm going to play shitty Christmas games, let's make it fun, right? So it should be pretty good. This is something that people have been asking me for a long time. So I'm hoping that it works out. All right. I hope that we will hit the goal and it'll be a fun Christmas event. When will it be held? A few days before Christmas. I'm not exactly sure the date yet. It'll probably be like the weekend before Christmas, like the 22nd or 23rd, which I believe is Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure. It'll be like one of those days right before Christmas. Should be perfect timing for it. So, yeah. So please consider pledging, folks, if you have not. Pledging to my Patreon helps me out tremendously. First of all, it helps me pay my bills, like my electricity, my internet, helps me pay for the cost of games. In addition, it allows me to afford the things that I need to keep the business going. Perfect example here would be I need a new set of headphones. I'm going to need one probably either later, like by the end of this year or early next year, because I'm on my last set of headphones right now. I used to own 3. And over the years, you know, of me doing this, they break. You know, they're not, I hate to say it, even gaming headphones are not manufactured to be used every single day for some, you know, 4 to 7 hours a day. They're just not. They don't expect that they're going to get that much use. And so these headphones wear out and break for various reasons. So, yeah, my headphones are sadly starting to die. All of them. My Turtle Beaches don't work at all. And my Tritons are cracked. So, the only ones I have left are the Astro A40s. Any of those are wearing out. So, perfect example, you know, Patreon funds help me with that kind of stuff. And, you know, last month, in the month of October, I didn't hit the goal. So that was a good, you know, over $200 that normally would go towards that kind of stuff that I didn't get. So I'm just saying, you know, it goes to a good cause. It's not like that money is fluff money or whatever. It keeps me going here, all right? So please consider pledging if you haven't. If you are a pledgee, thank you very much for your ongoing support. I appreciate that, okay? Also, you already know about Teespring, so I'm not going to give a plug. You've been seeing the thing here the whole time, so just keep in mind Teespring is there. There will be new products hopefully launching tomorrow night. I will throw this out there. Teespring, you know, that merch is probably a good idea for the holidays, right? A nice, a gift for a loved one or a friend. Or possibly you want to troll someone who you know, who doesn't like me. There you go. Give them a nice DSP manga shirt for on Christmas morning and see how they react. Okay. And, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, of course, if you are here live on the stream and you're watching and you enjoy my daily live streams and you want to see them continue and you want to, you know, you like the on-demand videos on YouTube, you like everything I do, you want to see me stick around, you can either cheer, sub, or tip during the stream, all right? And those things, first of all, if you do any of those things during the stream, I will give you a shout-out. In fact, in just a moment, I'm going to do a couple shout-outs for those who cheered during the pre-stream here. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, I'll actually give you a verbal shout-out here on the... Or, excuse me, I'll give you a visual pop-up here on the stream. So, you're going to get the verbal shout-out regardless, and then you'll get the visual pop-up as well, so it's kind of double recognition. Also, this is very notable, all right? Very notable, folks. I, as of last night, hit the record for the most number of subscriptions I've ever had on the stream at once. And actually, right now, I want to say shout out to Hobbs1017, who just subbed to the channel. Thank you very much for that, Hobbs. What I'm doing right now is refreshing. I want to see how many subs I have, because I may have now topped that. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see here. Yes, as of right now, I have 292 subscribers to my channel. That's the most I've ever had. So thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. I appreciate that. And now, we're actually very, very close to hitting the 300 sub point threshold. If you're not aware, ladies and gentlemen, if I hit the 300 subscriber point threshold, what that means is that it's going to unlock more emotes for the channel. I believe it's 2 more. So we'll be able to add 2 more emotes for subscribers if I do get this, which would be awesome, right? I like having more stuff for my subbers. Or subbers. Oh, my God. Subscribers. I'm not going to start calling you guys subbers. I should say subs for my subs, not my subbers. Subbers sounds like you're talking to like a 5-year-old. Oh, you little subbers. No, for my subs. So, we're very close to hitting 300 points. I believe to hit the 300 points, I would only need a few more subs, because there's a few people who actually do the tier 2 and tier 3 subscriptions, and those give me more points by default. So we're very close. Very close. And, you know, if the thing is, though, that I'm worried about, folks, is the way the subscriptions work on Twitch is that they're literally live per the time that you sub. So to give you an example, right now it's 1:20 p.m. If someone last month subscribed at 1:22 p.m. a month ago, and they don't automatically resub, because maybe let's say they did a Twitch Prime subscription or whatever, they will automatically be decreased from my sub count at 1:22 p.m. And I see this all the time during the streams. I'll be playing and I'll say, oh, I got 5 new subs today. And then I go look at the subtotal, and the subtotal overall went down for the day. And I'm like, huh? And that's what it is, you know, it's a net for the whole day. So if a few more people subscribe today, you know, soon, that means that we'll hit the 300 point cap and I'll be able to add more emotes, which would be awesome. But I don't know. There's no guarantee that we're actually going to hit that. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, it's time for a few shout-outs, and then we'll get started here with gameplay of Call of Duty World War II campaign, okay? All right, let's see here. So first of all, shout out to Golden Colt, who did a bunch of cheering overnight. He did about 900 bits, I believe. So thank you very much again, Golden Colt, for your overnight support. I do very much appreciate your support, sir. And thank you. Also to Super Vitax, who subscribed to the channel overnight when I wasn't here. It's awesome that people are, you know, supporting me even when I'm not live streaming. You know, you come by to do that kind of stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, as for people who actually did stuff during the stream so far, shout out to Weapon J, who did a 20-bit cheer. Thank you, Weapon J. Shout out to Solid Fantasy, who did a 40-bit cheer. And he asks, what are your thoughts on the campaign so far? Looking forward to your streams today. Honestly, the campaign is not bad, but it's also not amazing. Like, let me give you some perspective here. Typically, Call of Duty's campaigns, you know exactly what to expect. There's going to be, you know, a decent narrative, decent writing, characters with some good personalities, some pretty interesting, you know, kind of cinematic style first-person shooter gameplay. Usually the graphics are pretty good. You know, it's pretty much exactly par for the course every year. Now, last year, Infinite Warfare's campaign blew me away because it was different. It broke the mold. It had side missions you didn't even need to do. But if you did them, they were unique. You know, they had different kinds of gameplay to them, like flying spacecraft or doing complete stealth. You're invisible. You know, pretty cool stuff in that regard. So far this year, the campaign seems like it's kind of going back to its roots. It's pretty much par for the course. Am I blown away? No. Am I bored? No. It's kind of just, it's there. It's kind of middle of the road. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's good, but it's not, you know, oh my God, I can't believe it's so good. You know, it's really, you know, it's just decent. Excuse me. So, I'm expecting more of that today. We'll see. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll completely blow me away and turn me for a loop here. And, you know, it will be like, wow, I can't believe how good it is. But so far, it just seems kind of par for the course for Call of Duty for me. At least the first 2 hours have been kind of like that, okay? Okay. Shout out to, I already gave Hobbs a shout out for subbing. Thank you, Hobbs, for the sub. Shout out to Kitty Spank, who did a 35-bit cheer and says, do you have any Bitcoin? No, I do not. I do not have any cryptocurrency, and I don't have any money for cryptocurrency, quite frankly. You know, around here, things are really tight. So any money that I have goes to paying my bills and buying food and, you know, basics. The basics. That's what my money goes to. Don't have money for the frivolous kind of stuff. In fact, recently, I've been cutting back. I cut the cable. I got rid of my cable service here, and I subscribed to a digital service, PS View, instead to save a bunch of money. I cut back on my cell phone. I'm doing a lot of things to try to cut back and scale back and save money. So, and let's see. Shout out to Game Master 2003 is dead, who did a 10-bit cheer. He says, hello, Phil. You should do a patron's choice with poorly cooking with the king when fans vote on what you should cook. Well, it's like I said, someone suggested this the other day as well, but you probably were not here. The reason I ended poorly cooking with the king is because I don't have anything else to do. Like, I cooked to the extent of my cooking abilities. I don't have a good, I'm not a good cook, folks. I'm not, all right? I don't have a lot of versatility when it comes to cooking in the kitchen. Basically, there's a few things I can do. I can bake something if it's really easy to bake, and I can fry something in a pan, And, you know, I can maybe make a couple sandwiches and stuff like that, paninis, you know, breakfast stuff like eggs. That's about it. I can't do much of anything else besides my homemade sauce, which is because my mom taught me, and I've now been perfecting that recipe for 3.5 years, so I'm pretty good at making a pot of Italian sauce. But outside of that, no, I don't really have much cooking ability, all right? I'm terrible at chopping vegetables. You know, I don't really have any kind of baking or culinary or anything like that. Nothing. No kind of expertise. So people are like, oh, well, we'll just do a random recipe. Like, so what you want me to do is take time away from working, where, you know, this is how I pay my bills, to one day somehow figure out how to live stream out of my kitchen, which I also don't know how I would do. I guess I'd have to mess with my phone and find a way to mount my phone on a tripod or something in order to film this. Keep in mind, the video quality on a phone isn't great either. Just throwing that out there, because a lot of people are like, oh, just in real life streaming. You do realize that, like, video streaming on a phone is not good. It's not. It's pretty shitty. I'm just saying. But, and so then you want me to not only figure all that out, then you want me to do a random recipe I've never done before, so obviously it's probably going to come out wrong. And stream live from my kitchen. The other thing is, you know, yes, maybe the prep work would be interesting. Absolutely. You know, okay, I'm chopping the ingredients, I'm putting them together or whatever to make this meal. But what about the cooking time? What do you want me to do? Sit around with my thumb up my ass? I realistically don't see how this could be an entertaining idea. I don't. I just don't. Honestly, I think what would happen if I set this up as a patron goal. Here's what I think, exactly what I think would happen. We would probably hit the goal, because it's something so different. I think people would come out to pledge to hit it. People would vote and everything on these things and what they want to see me cook. Finally, something would be chosen that's probably so fucking elaborate and crazy that it would be so overcomplicated, there's no way I'm going to do it right. Okay? It's going to cost me a bunch of money to get all the ingredients. And then I'm going to try to do it. The stream quality is going to be shit. It's probably going to be, like, terrible, choppy, and everyone's going to complain that they paid to see this and now it's shitty quality. And overall, the stream probably won't be very good. All right? Being honest here. And then people are going to complain that it's not good. You know, there's sometimes when I think that there's good ideas, and sometimes I think that they're bad ideas. I don't think this would be a great idea. I'm just saying. You know. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. There's a lot of times that I'm wrong, too. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm completely wrong, and maybe I am wrong here. Maybe I'm off base. Maybe this would be a good idea for a goal for, like, maybe January. Maybe January's patron goal. Do, you know, this in real life stream that I figure out how to do it with my phone, and I do some kind of cooking. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, exactly. Crystal Chemist. He just said, GSP tries it. Beef Wellington. Exactly. That's what it would end up being. It would be like something so hard that even on, like, cooking shows, people fuck up and can't do it right. That's what people would ask me to cook. I'd be like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? All right. Well, anyway, all right. I'll take it into consideration. Right now, this month is the holiday, you know, the holiday gaming marathon as a patron goal. Next month, I'm going to be doing the multiplayer event, because at the end of every year, when all the games are released, people typically want to play multiplayer with me. So that's what I'm going to do for next month is, you know, those who pledge $5 or more will be able to play multiplayer games with me come January. You know, games like this, Call of Duty, stuff like that. So then maybe in January, we'll do this as the goal or something. I don't know. All right, well, there you go. Let me put it this way. It's definitely something considering. It's something to look into. And I'll keep it in mind. All right. All right. Shout out to Slash, who just did a 15-bit cheers. Hi, Phil. Hello, Slash. Welcome to the stream. And shout out to Darth Radovan Viking, who did a 190-bit cheer and said, but that would be awesome, Phil. All right. Like I said, I'll take it into consideration. All right, let's start, folks. Call of Duty World War II's campaign. Let's get started with gameplay. It's already 1:30 here. Every day it seems like we get into these discussions on pre-stream, and it takes forever. But it is what it is. You know, it's cool because at least they're positive discussions and people enjoy them, right? and I get stuff out of it, so it's not like I'm wasting time. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Let's begin with Call of Duty World War II's campaign right now.